everybody, come on in because we are doing a review recap of two shows. We're going to do Married to Medicine and we're going to do Love and Marriage DC. This is a two-piece. What you want, a two-piece KFC, two-piece Popeyes, a wing and a breast? What you want, a leg and a thigh and a biscuit? Well, we are definitely doing a 2-for-1 in this one video. And my thumbnail's right. I'm calling it high school versus old school. High school versus old school. And we're going to start off with high school first. And y'all know who the high school person is. It's Ashley. Every time I watch Love and Marriage DC, I swear I think I'm back in high school. The mean girl from high school, Ashley, and her boyfriend, DJ Silva, who's about the height of a junior. And he ain't even the height of a junior. A freshman in high school. The two of them together, y'all, it's sad to watch on the screen. It's sad to watch. You know what? I know that men need to be taken up for their wives. Okay, I get it. But I sure hope he's checking her in the background, but I don't think he is. Who gonna check me, boo? Ain't nobody checking Ashley. No one is checking Ashley at all. They're running around here kicking people out of their NBA suite for the Wizards. First of all, you probably got them tickets for free. Because do the Wizards even have a winning record? They're probably giving away them tickets for free. They're probably giving away them suites for free. Don't be acting like y'all was balling and then you kicked them out of something good. Please. Box seats, a suite to the Wizards game, it's got to be free. It has got to be free with some free gifts because I don't even think they got a winning record. I can't remember the last time the Wizards had a winning record. And Ashley's running around trying to tell Clifton, you need to act like a man. You need to act like a man. Well, you need to act like a grown woman. Ashley's something else. And the minute Clifton leaned forward in that little scene, oh, don't be getting in front of me. I mean, goodness. What's a black Karen? What is a black Karen called? I don't know. What are we going to call her? I don't know what the name is we're going to come up with her because that's Ashley. Ashley was over there talking mess, talking loud to everybody in the room. And the minute something went a little bit left or did something different, she was screaming foul. She's screaming the victim. I don't like Ashley. Something is really wrong with her. We see she over here trying to cozy up with Winter now because now she realizes Erana don't really want to have nothing to do with her. And Erana done found a new friend with Clifton and Joy because at least Clifton and Joy know how to have a good time. That little costume party they had was a good time. That was fun. Clifton and Joy know how to have a good time because even when they were on Ready to Love, remember they threw that party on Ready to Love? They gonna have a good time, the two of them. And Erana and Jamie said this is the best time we ever had because we both in retirement. This is the best fun that we ever had. So they're like, we are not gonna trade sitting around with Ashley screaming and yelling, being mad at people because we're not kissing her butt. We'd rather go over here and have some fun with Clifton and his girlfriend, his wife, Joy. You know what? Ashley better be glad that Clifton and Joy are on this show because if it weren't for them, I'm telling you, what would we be looking at every single week? We still looking at it. We still looking at Ashley running around, screaming and yelling, jealous, because her friend Erana doesn't want to hang out with her anymore. She done found her a new girl, a new clique to hang out with. And so Ashley's over here jealous of that. But at least she confessed to it. She really is jealous of the life that people have other things going on in their life. But at least she finally confessed when she was talking to the other lady. I forgot the other lady's name, the one that's married to the producer, the one that Joy hates. She got on here this episode and she was talking about some real stuff. She started talking about how she was depressed because she's living a life she really didn't want to live. She never really wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. She really wanted a career. She wants to be able to do, I don't know, something more industrious. She wants more variety to her life. I don't know, but she's obviously not happy being a stay-at-home mom. But Ashley don't want to admit it because that's Ashley's problem too. Ashley is really jealous that other people have careers and other things that they do outside of the home. And Ashley really don't have nothing to do. Nothing to do. She done written this book. What's this book called? Do That Shit. Ain't nobody reading that book. Ain't nobody reading that book. Ain't nobody buying that book. Just like she said, Winter didn't buy no copy of it. When your own friends don't buy no copy of it, girl, that means that nobody really want to read it. And who's reading a book now anyway these days? Anybody can publish a book. All you got to do is publish it for free. Everybody writing books these days. I don't even mean nothing. Ashley's over here thinking it means a lot for her to have written a book. Girl, anybody can write a book now and publish it. It's just that easy. Online, put it up on Amazon. You can do it in an hour. Ashley, you're not doing nothing. You got to be glad that Joy and Clifton are on here. You know, she keeps putting Joy and Clifton down, talking about Joy is a karaoke singer and she's always got all these jokes for them. But the truth of the matter is, like I said before, I knew more about Joy and Clifton because I do watch Ready to Love, and I knew more about them from that show than I knew about Ashley. Who knew Ashley? Except as maybe DJ Quicksilver's wife. And that's the problem with Ashley. She's upset that she's known as someone's wife. Oh, Ashley, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. But every time she turns around, she's trying to take stabs at them, stab them in the back, and, you know, talk about how she's got all these things to do. She's not a karaoke singer, you know, how people don't make time for her, how busy she is. Like I said, high school, and high school. And then we're going to jump over here after we talk about high school, and we're going to jump into old school. And old school is who? We know who she is, Dr. Jackie. Dr. Doggone Jackie. And I'm going to call Dr. Jackie old school. You know what? Dr. Jackie's rude. Dr. Jackie has really, really, really gotten beside herself this episode. Really, really, really. This little thing that she's doing with Sweet Tea is so rude. It is so very rude. And this whole thing of calling her little girl, Sweet Tea little girl, over and over again has to do more than the age of Sweet Tea. First of all, it ain't like Sweet Tea's 19 years old. She's a 32, 33-year-old grown woman, and I don't understand why Jackie, even though I know she's celebrating her 60th birthday this year, why she would want to keep calling Sweet Tea little girl and putting her down. And then up here talking about, I don't owe you no apology, and maybe I'd apologize to you, and talking about how she was, maybe I'd slap you like your mama should have slapped you. Girl, what are you talking about, Dr. Jackie? What are you talking about? And why are you talking like this about any woman? Maybe this is the same type of woman Dr. Jackie was talking about in that video that got released when she started talking about black women playing wolf. Maybe Jackie doesn't have a lot of respect for women in this age group, because I don't know what's going on. I really don't know why she continually disrespects Sweet Tea with this. And then Sweet Tea is over here continually trying to make up to Dr. Jackie, offering her apologies, and Dr. Jackie went around talking about apologies are for you. And to be honest with you, I really don't like the way Dr. G is handling the situation. If there was any doubt on who really wanted to be on this TV show, I think everybody should realize now, and it's Dr. G. It's Dr. G. He's the one that wanted to be on Married to Medicine. Everybody kept thinking it was Sweet Tea who was clout chasing, who wanted to get on this show. But if you really look at what's going on, it is Dr. G who wants Sweet Tea here. But what he wants her to do is not get into no beef with any of these women. He's always trying to make sure she doesn't look ghetto. He's always trying to make sure that all she does is take everything that all these ladies dish out. Is actually really bullying. And it's really unfortunate, because what Dr. G should be doing, since he is the one that's closer to Jackie's age, and he's the one that's closer to Passport Bro's age, Curtis, he should be going to Passport Bro Curtis and saying, listen, you need to tell your wife to stop calling my wife a little girl. But all Dr. G is worried about is telling Sweet Tea to keep her cool, tamp her down, apologize to Jackie. You know why? Because Dr. G don't want to get kicked off the show. He's the one that really wants to be here. So he's the one that wants her to get along with everybody so he can stay on the show. It's not even Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea could care less about these people. Sweet Tea would rather be gone from here. But it's Dr. G who's trying to keep Sweet Tea in order, in line, right? Even Dr. Jackie, when they was out there playing golf, and she wasn't good at golf. None of these ladies was good at golf. All these Toya, who's a housewife, she should have learned how to play golf by now. Good Lord, you've been a housewife for darn near 15 years and you don't know how to play no golf? What does Toya do with all her time besides spend money and lose money in real estate and then go out and find new rental homes? What does she do with her time? You would think she would know how to do almost everything. Play golf, play tennis, play everything. She got a bunch of time on her hands. Them kids are at school 7 hours a day. I know she got a housekeeper. She ain't cooking too much. She should be good at golf. But when they did go golfing, did you hear Dr. Jackie go? She said something about, I'm too busy out saving the world. Girl, you're not saving the world. Dr. Jackie's head is about as big as my hair. My hair is really puffy. Her head is about as big as my head. I'm telling you, and it's not very becoming of her. I mean, you know, she used to be real subtle with her snobbiness and her big inflated head. But now what I noticed about Dr. Jackie is Dr. Jackie walks around puffing out her chest because she's realized she's untouchable. I don't know why they don't want to get rid of Dr. Jackie. I don't know what's going to have to happen to get rid of Dr. Jackie. But Dr. Jackie's a mean old woman. She that mean old woman that be sitting on the porch talking about, get off my grass. Y'all remember that old woman growing up? Get off my grass. Why you parking your car in front of my house? Woo! I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I know when they were doing that little Top Chef dinner, Top Chef Eugene was happy he won, but we knew he was going to win. We knew Eugene was going to win because Eugene can burn up a kitchen. He knows how to burn. He knows how to cook. He loves to do it. I'm telling you, if Eugene quit ever being an ER doctor or whatever else he does now, he absolutely will become a chef, or maybe, I don't know what he'd do, open up a restaurant, a catering business or something, because he loves being in the kitchen. He absolutely loves it. And in fact, like we saw on that date night he sent Toya to, he gonna send her a date around cooking. That's his passion. And he excels at it. Good for him. He did an excellent job. But they was all happy going on this retreat, and they saw this nice yacht they went on, and they was all happy. Dr. Jackie was flying around the yacht, acting as if this is where I belong, on a yacht. And she's hopping up on couches, pulling her little thing down, showing her little bony hip. And Curtis was like, "Ooh, maybe I ought to bring my wife on a yacht more often, because this is about as much skin as I get to see from her." You know, this is about as much skin as Curtis sees from Dr. Jackie in a long time. Because like, even when they kiss on the cheek. They don't even kiss on the lips. You notice that? Whenever they kiss on the cheek. They don't even kiss on the lips. They was talking about what they want better in their marriage, and they Dr. Jackie knew right away what Curtis wanted, and that was more sex. Maybe more sex in the U.S. because he's getting enough sex in the DR. Let me tell you something. He's getting enough sex in the DR. And let me tell you something, Dr. Jackie. You know all that stuff Kimba was talking about, how Nigerians don't like oral sex? Well, let me tell you, that ain't what's happening in the DR. They like it over there. So I'm quite sure that when Dr. Curtis is over there, when Curtis, passport bro Curtis, is over there in the DR, they ain't practicing no Nigerian, no oral sex. Curtis is getting everything he can handle. Everything he can handle. I don't know why Jackie thinks just because she tired means he's tired. He ain't tired. He not tired one bit. He's more than willing to make that plane ride to the DR. How long it take to fly from Atlanta to the DR based on where they are? Probably only a 4 or 5 hour flight from Atlanta. Probably only 5 hours to get to the DR. That ain't nothing. Nothing at all. But Dr. Kimes, Heavenly and her man said, we ain't got no problem in that area. Dr. Kevlin said, I slob the knob. She says, I slob the knob, and if I could, I'd put it in my ear. Dr. Heavenly, she's something else. But you know what? Dr. Kimes don't deny it. He does not deny it one bit whatsoever. We know how Dr. Heavenly got Dr. Kimes. She said, the same way I got him is the same way I'm going to keep him. Because we all know that back in the day, a senior year in college, we know that Heavenly trapped Dr. Kimes. But he was happy to be trapped. He loves her. So it really can't be no trap because he was happy to be trapped. And she said, you know what? I'm going to keep on doing what I've been doing all these years. And he's happy and I'm happy. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. But Sweet Tea is so sick of Dr. Jackie. She called her a sheep in wolf's clothing. Talking about she buried beneath all that fur. Oh, that's so much. Sweet Tea, you need to have these kind of jokes on camera in her face. Not in these confessionals. This stuff needs to be said in her face, and Dr. G needs to let the leash off for you so you can come back. Because let me tell you, this idea of getting bullied by these women year after year, I don't even want to see this next year. If this is what it's going to be like next year, who wants to sit around and watch all these OGs bully Sweet Tea all year round? They need to bring on another woman that's going to be the ally of Sweet Tea. You know what? Instead of bringing Dr. Alicia on, if that's not who they wanted to bring on, they should have brought on another young person with Sweet Tea so she could have an ally. Because this really is unfair to Sweet Tea to have her in this group of women where they get to hit on her, hit her over the head, bully her, and then they all band together talking about they OGs and they can do whatever. I'm not with it. I'm not with it at all. And then Sweet Tea got to sit here and take it because her old husband don't want her getting in no trouble with all the old ladies on the show. This is wrong. This is absolutely wrong. And then when they had that little slumber party, whatever it was called, and they have the little teepees, and then here was Dr. Jackie coming in again talking about, ooh, this looked like some middle school stuff. Well, I guess, this would be perfect for Sweet Tea. Basically, like she's middle school. Well, then what you need? Are you in assisted living? This is what I'm talking about. You're going to call her high school. Then what we need to do for you? Are you in assisted living? Do we need to get you a hospital bed that raises you up and down? Do we need to get you a bedpan, some diapers? This is what I'm talking about. Dr. Jackie can dish it out, but can she really take it? I don't think so. I don't think so, because that's another reason why I think she tried to dead it between her and Sweet Tea. Because the truth of the matter is she really don't want no one going in on her and Curtis. That she really don't want no one coming along going in on her and Curtis. And I bet they thought it was going to be Phaedra this year, but I don't even know why Phaedra's here. Phaedra's like wallpaper. Why is Phaedra even on the show anymore? Maybe in the beginning it made sense because there was Phaedra and there was Quad, and maybe the two of them could hang out as the two single ladies. But now what you got is you just got Phaedra over here like she's just on the trip as like the nanny. Why is she here? I hear she's going back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. That might be better. That might be, maybe she going to be one and done on Married to Medicine, and she going to move back over to Real Housewives Atlanta. That's where she belongs. She does not belong in this group whatsoever. You can see it. I like Phaedra, but this ain't her tribe. This is not her tribe. I don't know why they made all that big deal about fixing men plate. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? You ever been somewhere and your husband be like, you know what, can you grab me a plate? What is the big deal? Did that require all of this whole scene around women making a men's plate? Really? Is that entertainment now? Is that big of an anomaly? Really? Even if you don't do it every day, what's the big deal if somebody asks you on a particular occasion, hey, baby, can you bring me a plate? Put some stuff on the plate and bring it to me. But we got to have a whole scene around that? This is just ridiculous. And what's going on with Dr. Kema talking about she well trained? Do y'all really believe it? Do you believe he's just acting up and he's just kidding around like Dr. Alicia says? Or do you think this is the real him? I think it's half and half. I think it's half and half. I think half of it is true. It's really the way he thinks. And the other half of it is, I'm not for sure he's this bad every single day, but it is the way he thinks. He's Nigerian, shoot. He's Nigerian. I believe it. I absolutely believe it. And then when he was telling that story about her losing $150,000, we was all like, okay, well, not only do we believe it, but it's justified. Because if you lose $150,000 and you don't know where it is, you do need some boundaries put on you. You might need some instructions. But he does need to lay off all that. She's well trained. It's too much. It's not even all that funny no more, Dr. Kema. Maybe in the beginning it was hee, ha, ha, whatever else. But after a while, it's like, okay, don't nobody want to keep hearing this over and over again. But you know what? She handled Toya. She did handle Toya. Even though Toya was trying to get in her for saying, don't you feel bad that your husband is calling you well trained? And she's like, no, I really don't have no problem with it. And she goes, your husband need to train you. Toya is untrained. She is absolutely untrained. But Dr. Jean said now that he done lost a little weight, he's enjoying sex a little bit more. He can last a little longer. He ain't out of breath. He ain't gonna have no heart attack. That was funny. But he said the frequency is good now. They good with it. Cecil said, nah, it needs to be bumped up some. It ain't enough. We need a little bit more. Dr. Jackie said she tired when she come home from work. I thought Dr. Jackie was getting off at 3 o'clock. Wasn't that supposed to be the fix to their marriage? First she was supposed to get off at 3 o'clock and give her more time. But now Curtis said now when she's off at 3 o'clock, she's at home on social media. Because Dr. Jackie said, I got sponsorships now. So now all she did was get off at 3 o'clock so she could come home and start her second job. Dr. Jackie don't want to have nothing to do with Curtis. Not at all. Does Dr. Jackie even like people, period? She may not like people, period, to be honest with you. They must not have no prenup. I'm telling you, they must not have a prenup whatsoever. Because if they had a prenup, I'm quite sure this marriage would be over. It will be clean cut and over with. But they must don't want to have to figure out how to divide up their assets. That's all I can think of, because right now these two are just roommates. They don't vacation together. They don't have sex together. They don't have no conversation together. What do they do? What do they do together? They barely even film together. I mean, we on episode, I don't know what we on, and literally the scenes that we've seen between Dr. Jackie and Curtis have been slim to none. Most of the time we see Curtis sitting at the table with the men. And the truth be told, even in this episode, he was sitting at the table with the men most of the time, not even with Dr. Jackie. Did they even ride together to this retreat? Were they even in the same car, or did one of them take an Uber? Well, I do hope some of these next episodes we learn more about Dr. Kemba and Dr. Alicia's marriage and what's going on with them, because they over here losing $150,000. He's losing all his money in crypto. They gonna be broke. They are gonna be broke. They better watch out what they're doing. I hope they didn't get caught in none of them scams with the Bitcoin and the crypto scams. A lot of people got caught up in that. A lot of people got caught up in those crypto Bitcoin scams. But I sure hope by the end of this season, Sweet Tea gets some comebacks for geriatric assisted living Dr. Jackie. She needs some comeback lines. The Dirty Dozen. Somebody need to teach Sweet Tea how to play the Dirty Dozens. Every time she calls you little girl, refer to her as the Golden Girl. Refer her to as the Golden Girl. Come up with some, Sweet Tea, because I'm tired of watching you get put down week after week. And I'm tired of your husband not taking up for you and telling you to just keep taking it. Dr. G needs to stand up, and he needs to start protecting you, either by having a conversation with Passport Bro Curtis or having a conversation directly with Dr. Jackie, the assisted living patient. So there you go, Sweet Tea. I got in a few digs for you since you didn't know how to do it yourself. Anyway, that's it, y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.